Are you frustrated and struggle with loose, flabby skin after weight loss or pregnancy? Watch this video and hopefully it will help you understand what you can do about it. And please comment below to let me know what your story is. I'd love to hear from you. Hey everybody, it's Farhad here from TFF Fitness and Fit with Farhad, and today I'm going to share with you a topic that's really close to my heart. I got asked a question yesterday on my Facebook about what someone could do to get rid of loose skin on their body, and the reason this is a topic that's close to my heart is I'm going to share with you my story. If you don't know it already, basically for most of my adolescent life, I was really overweight, and when I got about 17, I decided I wanted to lose weight, and it was about 1997 at that point, and I was going to university in a year or two, and I wanted to be in good shape when I went to university for, you know, obvious reasons. I wanted to feel confident and stuff. So back then, I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know anything about nutrition and diet. I didn't know anything about training. I probably did way too much cardio. There was no YouTube back then. There was no Google back then. I couldn't get really good solid advice. You know, the personal training industry back then wasn't what it is right now. I didn't even know personal trainers existed. I thought it was something for celebrities only. So I made every single mistake in the book when it came to weight loss and fat loss. And I got really sort of obsessed with it. I got really, really drastic with my weight loss. I lost way too much weight too quickly. Subsequently, I ended up with a lot of loose skin, and it caused me a lot of confidence. I mean, I look good with clothes on, but when I took my clothes off, and I'm sure if you suffer from this as well, you'd sort of appreciate what I'm saying, is, you take your clothes off and you just feel depressed, if I'm being honest with you, because you've done all the hard work to lose the body fat, but you've still got this loose skin and you can't see the the physique that you dreamed of having, and it just makes you feel like despondent, and you feel, what the hell am I going to do? Because you wanted to look good, you want to look good naked, right? So you start doing crazy stuff to help you get rid of the loose skin, and I want to share with you the stuff that I've done that hasn't worked, the stuff that might potentially work for you, the stuff that's good for you to help you get rid of the loose skin, and other things you can try as well. But before we even get started on what you can do and what you shouldn't be doing, let's just discuss what loose skin is. So first of all, you got to understand that when you have skin on your body, it's an organ, and if you get overweight or you get pregnant, that skin stretches out, okay? And when you lose the weight, the skin goes back in, but if you lose too much weight, the skin doesn't get its complete elasticity. So if you have less elasticity in the skin, it's not going to go back to normal. If you have a lot of elasticity in the skin, potentially it'll go back to normal. Now, how do you know if you've got more or less elasticity in the skin? Well, one great thing is if you're young, then you've probably got more elasticity in your skin than someone like myself who's in their 40s. So if you are losing weight, or if you have lost a lot of weight and you're still in your early 20s, then you've got a better chance of getting your skin back to normal than somebody who is in their 30s, 40s, etc. Unfortunately, if you are in your 30s, 40s and beyond, it might prove a little bit more difficult, potentially impossible without surgery. I hate to break it to you, but I've got to be honest with you, I'm not going to BS you. The second thing is how long have you been overweight for? If you were overweight for, say, a year, you had a bad year, and you put on a lot of weight. Some people do this when they go to university, start drinking a lot, start eating a lot of takeaways, and they put on a lot of weight. Then if you start losing weight after a year or two, and you sort of like shrink back to your normal size, the skin will potentially shrink back with it. So you see before and after photos of people that have got amazing results with their fitness and physique, and they've got six-pack abs, but they haven't got the loose skin. You're scratching your head thinking, why are they so lucky? Potentially they weren't as overweight for a long period of time. The last factor as well, other than how long you were overweight for and your age, is how drastically you lost the weight. Again, like I said in my story, I drastically lost the weight. It was too quick. So because it was so quick, I had a lot of loose skin as a result of it. Now, if I could go back in time and change what I did, 100% I would. One of the biggest regrets I have in my life was the way I lost weight. And it caused me a lot of depression, and yes, I would love to go back in time and do things the way I know now, but that's not the case. I can't do that. There is no such thing as a time machine. So Let's just talk about what we can do in the present period. So the first thing we'll talk about is a few things that I tried that didn't work. The first thing was, lots and lots of creams and lotions, E45, vitamin E creams, collagen creams, etc. They never really worked for me. I tried everything in the book that people were recommending to me. It got very expensive. And when you get desperate at that point, you're just buying loads of stuff. It's expensive and it doesn't work. So the cream side of things, unless there's something now that's technologically advanced I have never heard of, just stay away from the creams. It's not going to work. Second thing I tried, this was a recommendation I read from Charles Poliquin. Charles Poliquin, for those of you who don't know, he passed away last year or the year before. He was a world-renowned strength and conditioning coach. He was probably like the godfather of the fitness industry for the longest period of time. Very controversial figure, but he knew his stuff. And he came out with this article I read about what you can do for loose skin, and that was to take a supplement called Gotukolu for 6 months. I tried it, it didn't work. Again, another waste of money for me. And would I recommend it to you? Probably not. There's been no hard-tested research on whether this works or not. I will talk about some supplements that potentially might help you in a moment. The other thing that I tried, and yes, it can potentially work, is exfoliation and sugar scrubs, and scrubs on your stomach or wherever the problem area is. But again, for me it personally didn't work, and I just scrubbed too hard and it was quite painful, if I'm being brutally honest with you. So what can you do? Okay, well, let's talk about the number one best thing you can do to get rid of that loose skin, and that is to fill it up with muscle. So if you can build some muscle under that loose skin, it's gonna fill out that loose skin and give it a firmer look. Now, the biggest mistake most people do when they try to lose weight is they do way too much cardio and they stay away from the weight. I'm telling you right now, do weight training, do some strength training, do some resistance training, build some muscle mass. If you're not sure where to start or you want some tips, go check out my training videos. I have created a series of training videos. I'm going to continue creating a series of training videos and workout videos for you that give you the safest and best way, most scientific way to build muscle and burn body fat through resistance training. So go check out my channel if you haven't already done so. I'll put a link somewhere here below to a one of these, to a playlist that you can check out that's got some technique videos for you. Okay, so building some muscle mass is going to be really good. The second thing you can do is get really good quality of sleep. When you wake up after really having crappy sleep, or you don't sleep well for a couple of days, and you look at your face and you've got wrinkles and bags under your eyes, well, just imagine what that can do to the rest of your body as well. So if you have really good sleep, it's going to help your skin. The third thing is you want to be properly hydrated. Skin loves hydration. If you're dehydrated or you're drinking too much of the wrong kind of beverages like alcohol that dehydrates you, caffeine that dehydrates you in too much quantities, you're going to look flabby and loose. The fourth thing that I would definitely recommend is supplementation with fish oils. Now, if you're vegan or vegetarian, you can get vegan alternatives to omega-3 oils called algae oils. I've never tried them personally, but with a fish oil, what you want to do is you want to get a very good quality one. You might have to spend a little bit more money, but it is going to give you a better return for your investment. I'll explain why in a moment. But you want to get something that's very, very high in something called EPA and DHA. That's eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid, for those of you wondering what EPA and DHA stand for. I just wanted to look really clever there. But you want to get 2 to 3 grams of EPA and DHA a day. Now, this is why you want to take a very good high quality strength fish oil, because if you take the cheaper stuff that's got less EPA and DHA, you're going to be taking a lot of it, especially the 7 C's pills and stuff like that. You're probably going to be popping 10 pills a day, or if you take the low strength fish oils, you're probably going to have like 3 or 4 tablespoons a day. That's just nasty. Like, who wants fish burps? Okay, other supplements you can take are things like creatine. Creatine has been shown to give you a little bit of elasticity in your skin. It's a great supplement anyway for strength, for muscle gain, for recovery. Definitely recommend creatine, and it's one of the most researched supplements in the world. It's one of the safest supplements as well. I know there was a lot of stuff back when it first came out about tearing muscles, but look, it's advanced really well over the years, and the research has shown that it's safe as houses. So definitely recommend creatine. Collagen and things like that, hyaluronic acid, those things are shown to help as well. You can supplement with good collagen. I would recommend marine collagen, hyaluronic acid. You can get stuff like bone broth soup, which has got all of that stuff in it, which is really popular these days in health circles. And again, you know, it's got a lot of health benefits in it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend bone broth soup as well. So those are a few things you can do, you can try. Now, one thing I will say is, do you actually have some fat to lose? So we think we have loose skin, but we might actually have some fat to lose. So a really clever, quick way of checking whether you've got a little bit of fat to lose or not is to do a pinch test. Now, if I take the top of my hand like this, yeah, and I pinch the top of my hand, you can see that the skin there is quite thin. Again, if I go a little bit further up my arm, the skin there is quite thin. Now, that should be how thin the skin should be around your stomach, around your love handles, etc., chest, and the areas that you think you might have loose skin. If it's thicker than that, then potentially there's still a little bit of body fat to lose. I did a little bit of a test this morning with my calipers, and I got to pinch the top of my arms. They're about between 1.5 to 2 mils. And then when I did my stomach area, I know that I've got a little bit of body fat to lose in my stomach area. It was about 7.5 to 8 mils. Okay, so if you think maybe if I get down to 3 mils on my abs, then I probably have less, you know, I probably won't have the fat there. Okay, so just see if you've got a little bit of fat to lose. Now, one thing I will say about losing that last bit of fat, those last 2 to 3% of body fat, it's a different animal to losing the first bit of weight. It is a lot harder to lose that last bit of percentage than it is to begin with, purely because the body's gonna, you know, you've got to really fine-tune your nutrition, you've got to really fine-tune your training. Ask anyone that's done a contest prep diet or a photo shoot prep diet, they'll tell you the discipline it's going to take to get to that level. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do it, but you do have to understand that it's going to take a little bit of a different approach to what got you where you are right now, okay? Now, after all that is said and done, there is one other thing you can do. And I personally don't recommend this, but it's up to you if you want to do it, and that is surgery. You can get abdominoplasty. I have researched this because I was at a stage where I thought maybe this is the only route that I could go. It is expensive, first of all. I have heard of people getting it done on the NHS, but I'm not 100% sure how that is possible. The second thing is, it's painful. The third thing is, it's going to require recovery time. So the reason I didn't go ahead with it was purely because I didn't want to stop training for 6 months, and the pain kind of thing put me off as well because I just didn't want to interrupt my training. I'm 40 now. I'm relatively happy with the way I look. Do I wish I didn't have some of the loose skin around me? Yeah, of course I am, but I'm happy with what I know, I'm happy with what I do, I'm happy being as healthy and fit and energetic as I am, and that's the most important thing. That's a little bit more important than aesthetics in my mind. Of course the aesthetics is important. You work really hard to get to where you are right now, and you want to look really good. You want to, you know, take your top off at the beach and feel really proud of yourself. Well, listen, be proud of yourself anyway, because you've achieved something amazing by losing all that weight. You've done a great job. I just want to remind you that, give yourself a pat on the back. Keep doing what you're doing, and listen, look, if this video has helped you, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know if this video has helped you. The second thing is if this video has helped you and provided value to you, I would really sincerely appreciate if you could like this video, if you could subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification. Now, I'll be brutally honest with you, I want to tell you why I want you to do this. Because there's something called a YouTube algorithm, and you know, if YouTube sees that somebody's channel's videos are getting liked a lot and they're getting viewed a lot and people are subscribing to the videos because of it, YouTube then shares those videos more often than not. So I want to really spread my message to as many people as I can, and I need your help to do that. So please do click that like, share, subscribe button, etc. Listen, I'll see you on the next video. Check out the rest of my channel, like I said. Have a great day, sweat more, suck less, and stay